are back, and today it is time to break down the #1 and most fun stub making method in MLB The Show 26. This method will make you tons and tons of passive stubs. It is also a fun way to watch real life baseball. It's not roster update investing because the first roster update, it ain't till May 8th. I actually heard, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, performance flipping is the name of the game. And I have a lot of examples that I can show you. Hit the paintbrush. It's Andrew Painter, currently pitching while I make this video. Bam! He's 100 plus stubs. Now, 10 minutes ago, Andrew Painter was 250 stubs before he just let the Nationals score run. I don't know what the heck my Phillies are doing to start the season, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, Andrew Painter was a quick sell yesterday. The day before, I told the boys in the membership, buy him up. So go join the membership, 10,000 people in the Discord, and check out the website linked in the description. Andrew Painter is a prime example of a pitcher flip. The best way to pitcher flip is to buy pitchers 2 to 3 days early than when they are actually starting, because that's when their price will be low, and every day that gets closer, like I would bet, and I didn't check, but I'm sure Andrew Painter, he probably was already at 50 plus stubs heading into his start. And then he probably rose and rose upwards of 200. So you can only hold 20 of Andrew Painter, hashtag fix the cap. That 20 could have been a 4,000 stub profit in the blink of an eye. Not too shabby for doing absolutely nothing. Let's see another one. Shane McClanahan. He is not even pitching yet. He pitches tonight when I'm recording this video. You guys will have already known, did he come out and did he break his arm again? Wouldn't that be ironic and funny if I predicted it? Shane McClanahan, I had him as a buy near quick sell, which for a silver 75, you would think it's 50. His price was honestly around 67 stubs because of the silver to gold exchange. You can see his price has already risen quite decently. In anticipation of Shane McClanahan's return, you could have made about a 60 stub profit. That's about 1,200. That's about 1,200 stubs. It's kind of pennies, but if Shane McClanahan comes out and goes 3 scoreless innings tonight, gets 4 strikeouts in those 3 innings, his price, again, this will be a good pitcher flip opportunity. So the best people that I have noticed for pitcher flipping tend to be guys that not many people are invested in, #1. And #2, typically it's the lower overall guys. Now, we've seen an example that was not a lower overall individual. It was Ooh, I'm choking on how many stubs I have. And you're looking at 3,000 stubs. Are you lying? I'm not lying. I have 3,000 stubs and it's invested in a bunch of guys. Sorry, I have more than 3,000 stubs. I have 1,000,000 stubs plus. Max Fried is a good example of a successful pitcher flip. Max Fried was bought at quick sell before opening day, comes out, gets supercharged. Max Fried's price was around 5,000+ stubs. That's called a W pitcher flip. You could have made 40,000 stubs doing it there. Now, granted, with diamonds, don't be expecting that. However, a more realistic scenario was Mr. Glasnow. Either Glasnow had a pretty mediocre first start. And in that first start, it wasn't great. It wasn't amazing, but it doesn't matter. I was invested heading into that start, but I'm not an idiot. And I did exactly what I'm recommending to you in this video. I bought Glasnow 3 days before his start for 3,775 stubs each. The day of his start, I sold 16 of them for this price right here. I remember it, 4,880 stubs. So I made a 600 stub profit on 16 of these cards. Let's just call it 20. And the rest of those I sold around 4,600 because it started dropping. So I pretty much made a 12,000 stub profit here on Tyler Glasnow before he even pitched. He's still back down the quick sell. His start was mediocre, and we could see similar price movement next time. So again, I'm just going to rinse and repeat on Tyler Glasnow. Now, it's tough because you'll have a guy like Logan Webb. Logan Webb, in his first start, gave up 9 hits. People think he dug himself a hole. You're not wrong. His price is now going to, his IRL performance, he's now going to have to do a lot more than what he would have had to do if he didn't cook himself in that first start. So it's still a very good pitcher flip opportunity because he can probably play himself into a much better position. I actually believe in Logan Webb's talent. Again, you guys probably will already have known how he came out and pitched on Tuesday night. But Logan Webb, I'm not expecting to see his price upwards of 2K. he'd have to actually come out here and strike out 10 plus guys, which I don't know if that's his game. We'll have to see. Now, pitchers are not the only people you can be doing this on, and probably the best pitchers to be doing it on are probably silvers and below. That's probably where you're going to find the highest ROI. We just saw Dylan Cease come out and have a heck of a game. His price has been fluctuating between 200 plus stubs, upwards of 400. Yuri Perez had a heck of a game. You can see the price jumps on these guys are absolutely phenomenal. Cam Schlittler, we had guys buying him around 180 stubs. The price jump was phenomenal. But it ain't only the pitchers that we have to talk about today. Drake Baldwin, he just hit his third home run of the season when I'm recording this. Now, Drake Baldwin was sitting at absolute quick sell. You can see the madmen rushing in, outbidding. I don't know what they're potentially thinking, but you can see that if you had Drake Baldwin, you could sell them all 20 of them, for about a 118 stub profit. That's a 2,000 stub profit, and I bet you Drake Baldwin's sell now price when you're watching this video on Wednesday is probably around 625 stubs or less. You could have just sold them and then bought him back. That's a good example of a hitter flip. I'm not sure if he has the highest name impact. A guy that I do love hitter flipping, rinse and repeat, is Elly De La Cruz. Elly De La Cruz, he hit his first home run of the year. He's batting around 200. Not a good start to the year for Elly, but that's fine. You know, his price, look at what his price has done. It came from the top and it's bottoming. Now, he already had one hitter flip opportunity. He hit his first home run of the year. His price went from 660 upwards of 800. Elly De La Cruz is such a high impact name, such an exciting player to watch. And whenever he does something in real life, people love bringing his price through the roof. And I don't be surprised if Elly De La Cruz does something crazy, hits an inside the park home run, gets supercharged. So I really like him. Even though 630 has more risk, it's not a quick sell. You're risking 600 stubs. It's really nothing. I do like Elly De La Cruz a lot as a potential hitter flip. Brandon Woodruff takes on Shane McClanahan tonight. Thought I'd show you his price. You know, this is why you buy these starters 2 to 3 days early. You could have got in on Brandon Woodruff at pure quick sell like me. And again, you could sell for a very small profit right now, 684. Oh, you're making, you know, a 1,600 stub profit. Pennies. So what you're really hoping for is that they play their way to a higher projection and their price doesn't change, but at least, hey, he's trending up. He should go up when the roster update comes, or next start, you hold him through that, and then his price might change next start because he's already built up higher, or he plays so well. You know, Brandon Woodruff comes out 8+ strikeouts, and then you can sell him during his start for a big profit. That's really the big main method. Now, the two best hitters to show this on are, one of them is Shea Langeliers. Shea Langeliers is batting 300 plus. He has 3 home runs to start the year. The 3 home runs is crazy for the small sample size of at bats that we have at this point in the year. And you can see his price has been basically being a bouncy ball. And if you bought at the bottom of that bouncy ball and then sold and bought back and then sold and now you bought back, yeah, you could be making some real stubs on Shea Langeliers. Again, who could have seen it coming? Which is probably why his price went higher, upwards of 1,500 stubs, than a lot of people thought for some of these other guys like Drake Baldwin, who just hit his 3rd home run, and his price probably isn't going to react as much. Christian Yelich is another guy. You know, again, not many people are investing in Yelich. Yelich has started the year pretty hot. He's batting 429. He has 1 home run, but this guy won the Supercharged Vote of the Week. And accordingly, you can see his price absolutely skyrocketed from quick sell all the way up to 1,400 plus stubs, and now it's coming back down in price. So the number one stub making method, just for fun and just that you're able to do this passively, going to be flipping. Some guys that I like are Hunter Brown near quick sell for his next start. I mean, Christopher Sanchez is a prime example of this paying off, where, you know, you can choose to sell him for a decent profit. If, you know, 4,000 plus stubs. He was at 2,200 stubs by now. That's why. Or you can hold till the next start. His price could go even higher. So I like Sanchez. I like Joe Ryan. Reed is not bad when he comes down in price. So many great names out there. So many solid guys you can be looking at to do. But this is probably the number one way to make stubs. I feel bad. I feel bad for some of you that aren't part of the membership. The membership is absolutely phenomenal. Let me just go ahead and show you, boys, the power of the membership. Let's pull up. Bam. Take a look at the screen. The projections. This will give you the current projections for every single card in the game, so you'll know who's trending up, who's a good pitcher flip, who's looking solid. So go join Diamond tier for 12 of these a day, or MVP has access to all 700 plus. Smash that subscribe button. See you boys in the next one. And we have a charity fundraiser, TBR Community Saves the World. Check out the link in the description. Peace. Make some stubs.